at the point in my career where I sit back and reflect on what I've done.
I don't ever say anything's a failure if I'm healthy enough to play the game of basketball. I get emotional talking about it because that was a special 4 years of my career.
Big Ashford was a step on the line. It wasn't in God's plan. Hey, we move on.
Kevin Durant.
Durant pulls. Kevin Durant from downtown.
One of the top 10 players to ever play.
Every time I step on the floor, people are going to expect me to do great things because I'm one of the best players to ever play the game.
We got guys who want to win. The love that we have for the game every single day. That's what brings us together as a team.
Welcome to NBA Wednesday, presented by Wingstop. In Brooklyn, New York, getting ready for action between the Nets and the Suns. Kevin Durant's jersey. His Nets jersey still being worn here at Barclays Center as he gets ready to perform in a 35 Suns jersey. And taking a look at tonight's starting lineup. Delivered by Taco Bell for the visiting Phoenix Suns. They have their big three of Booker, Beal, and Durant. Eric Gordon slides into the starting lineup for Grayson Allen out with an ankle injury. Yusuf Nurkic been playing well of late. Starts at the 5. And for the Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, and Cam Johnson are the two former Suns. And then Nick Claxton round out Brooklyn's starting 5. Kevin Durant receiving a good start for the Nets in Brooklyn. A 6-point lead. Almost 4 minutes into the first.
They're around him, and Jock Vaughn and the Brooklyn Nets want to talk about it. But yes, there's not a lot of answers for Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns right now.
What could have been for the Brooklyn Nets in the 2021 playoffs, Eastern Conference Semis Game 1, James Harden hurts his hamstring. And the Nets at a 2-0 lead. It's 2-1 in this series in Game 4. Giannis Antetokounmpo steps underneath Kyrie Irving. Kyrie hurts his ankle. He's done for the remainder of the series. Yet still, this 3 looked like it won it, right? Except it wasn't a 3. Put on the line. A 2. Game goes to overtime. The Nets lose to the eventual champion, Milwaukee Bucks.
Ryan, the NBA...
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Tied at 30 after 1. Second quarter action coming up next on ABC. Takes it in, a chance for 3. The Nets on a little 8-0 run.
Spencer Dinwiddie going to work against the big. The combo guard gets him, stops. Little shot off the glass.
We have Kevin Durant's return in Brooklyn tonight, and up next, Damian Lillard returning to Portland as a member of the Bucks. That's 10 Eastern on ESPN. Let's take a listen in now to sounds of the game.
Scotty, what's up, baby? How you doing? Killing it like that one.
He has the last 8 Phoenix points.
Well, Nurkic establishes himself deep, but this pass from Eric Gordon is a thing of beauty.
And that's the 3rd foul on Booker as Phoenix takes a timeout. But we have a big NBA Saturday primetime matchup on ABC and the ESPN app for you this weekend. LeBron and the Lakers are at Madison Square Garden to take on the Red Hot Knicks. Our coverage begins with NBA Countdown, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. So Devin Booker picks up his 3rd foul, checks out. Ryan Ruocco, J.J. Redick, Richard Jefferson, Cassidy Hubbard with you, our entire ABC crew. Appreciate you hanging out with us on this Wednesday night for the first half. He gets it off in time. but just couldn't quite scoop it in. 4 nets in double figures. The Suns get 17 from Nurkic, 13 in the second quarter. 17 is most in the first half this season. 16 from Kevin Durant, and a 3-point Suns lead. This presentation of NBA Wednesday presented by Wingstop will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Welcome back to NBA Wednesday presented by Wingstop. Getting ready to start the third quarter in Brooklyn, and Kevin Durant's return to Barclays Center. The Suns, a 3-point lead on the Nets as we take a look at our first half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet. And in that first half, both teams shot it well. Phoenix dominating the glass. And a very tight game as we welcome you back courtside. Ryan Rucco alongside JJ Redick, Richard Jefferson. All right, JJ, 3-point Suns lead as we get ready to start this third quarter. And John Vaughn, very upset, takes a timeout, had some words for Carl Lane. Suns by 5 midway through the third at Barclays Center. Let's take a look at who is ruling the court, brought to you by Burger King.
Well, after a slow start due to foul trouble, Devin Booker getting it going here in the third. 2 drives to the paint, nearly lost the ball on this one. 2 tough buckets. Have you ever heard the phrase, there are scorers and then there are scorers? Kevin Durant putting on a show here in Brooklyn in his return. The hang dribble 3.
Partially tipped by Durant. Phoenix ends the quarter on a 31-12 burst, making 14 of their final 16 shots. They put a 42 in the frame and lead by 19 after 3. This presentation of NBA Wednesday presented by Wingstop will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. That Frank Vogel wants a timeout.
Well, it starts with the Lonnie Walker ISO defense creating the steal, and then Bridges run for 3. That's a layup.
The ESPN for you this weekend. LeBron and the Lakers at MSG to take on the piping hot Knicks. Our coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
How about those New York Knicks?
They've been impressive.
14-2 in January, #1 defense in the league for the month.
Not having a true point guard as Booker has to take a timeout. Phoenix starting to get sloppy and the Nets hanging around. His return to Barclays Center. And plenty of hugs and high fives to go around. For our producer Rodney Vaughn, our director Jeff Embers, JJ Redick, Richard Jefferson, Cassidy Upworth, and our entire ABC crew, I'm Ryan Rucco. Coming up next on most of these ABC stations is your late local news. Good night from Brooklyn. And thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.